In the bustling heart of downtown Chicago, where the wind off Lake Michigan carried the crisp bite of autumn, Jake Harlan stepped into La Bella Vita, a cozy Italian bistro tucked between towering skyscrapers. At 35, Jake was a single dad with calloused hands from long shifts at the auto repair shop and a heart patched together from too many late-night storytimes with his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Life hadn't been kind since his wife, Sarah, passed away from cancer 3 years ago. Bills piled up like unpaid parking tickets, and Jake's idea of a night out was a hot dog from the corner vendor. But tonight was different. His sister, Emma, had set him up on a blind date. Her words, not his: "You deserve a spark, Jake. Lily needs to see her dad smile again." He'd scraped together exactly $50 from his tip jar, enough for a modest dinner if he played it right. No appetizers, no wine, just pasta and hope. Jake smoothed his faded blue button-down, the one Sarah used to say made his hazel eyes pop, and scanned the dimly lit room. Candlelight flickered off exposed brick walls, and the air hummed with laughter and the clink of glasses. Soft jazz from a corner violinist wove through the chatter. He spotted his date, Mia, at a corner table, brunette curls cascading over a emerald green dress, her smile lighting up as she waved him over. "Jake. Hi, I'm Mia. Emma's told me all about you, the superhero dad who builds forts out of couch cushions." She extended a hand, her grip warm and firm. A graphic designer with a laugh like wind chimes, Mia was everything Jake wasn't: poised, adventurous, the kind of woman who'd backpacked through Europe while he changed diapers during Sarah's chemo. They ordered spaghetti carbonara for him, risotto for her, and conversation flowed like Chianti. Mia shared stories of her quirky clients and her dream to illustrate children's books. Jake opened up about Lily's obsession with astronomy, how they'd lie on the fire escape stargazing. Jake felt seen, not just as the widower, or the guy holding it together. But as the waiter cleared their plates, reality crashed in. The bill arrived: $78. Jake's stomach knotted. He'd miscalculated: tax, tip, that extra basket of bread. His wallet held a crumpled 20, 2 tens, and a fistful of ones from greasy shop rags. $48. He could cover half, maybe beg Mia to split it, but the thought made his cheeks burn. "Everything okay?" Mia asked, tilting her head. "Yeah, just short night." He forced a grin, fishing out his cards. The first declined, over limit from Lily's school fees. The second, too. Sweat beaded on his forehead. Across the room, at a linen-draped table by the window, a man in a tailored charcoal suit watched the unfolding drama with quiet intensity. Alexander Voss, 42, CEO of Voss Tech Industries, a Fortune 500 empire built on renewable energy patents that powered half the Midwest. Divorced, childless, and richer than sin, Alex dined alone most nights, his world a sterile penthouse overlooking the Loop. But tonight, something about the couple at table 9 caught his eye: the dad's earnest laugh fading into panic, the woman's puzzled concern. Alex had seen desperation before: boardroom betrayals, startup founders begging for scraps. But this, a man in scuffed loafers, eyes crinkling with unspoken defeat, reminded him of his own father, a steelworker who'd died broke and bitter, whispering on his deathbed, "Don't let the world grind you down, son." Alex signaled his waiter, a subtle nod. "The bill for table 9. Put it on mine. And comp their desserts, tiramisu, on me." Back at Jake's table, the waiter reappeared with a flourish. "Compliments of the gentleman by the window. Your evening's covered, and we've added a little sweet something." He slid over 2 slices of tiramisu, dusted with cocoa like fresh snow. Jake blinked, forecovering. "What? No, there must be a mistake." "No mistake, sir." The waiter glanced toward Alex, who raised his glass in a silent toast before returning to his espresso, feigning interest in his phone. Mia's eyes widened, then sparkled with mischief. "Well, mystery benefactor, should we send him a thank you note? Or crash his table?" They laughed, the tension dissolving into creamy bites of dessert. Jake stole glances at the stranger, silver threading his dark hair, a jawline sharp as a ledger, exuding the quiet command of someone who owned rooms without speaking. Who was he? Some lonely romantic, a regular with a soft spot. The tiramisu tasted like grace, and for a moment, Jake let himself believe in serendipity. As they stepped out into the chilly night, coats zipped against the wind, Jake turned to Mia. "That was unreal. I owe you an apology for the awkward end." She touched his arm. "Hey, awkward's my love language. And honestly, that guy's vibe. Total rom-com plot twist. Walk me to my L stop." They strolled down Michigan Avenue, neon signs blurring into streaks of color, sharing dreams under the marquees. Mia admitted she'd been burned by a long-term guy who ghosted after her promotion. Turns out, success scares some people. Jake confessed his fear of dating again, of failing Lily like he'd failed to save Sarah. By the time they reached the platform, hands brushing, there was a spark, tentative, real. 2 days later, Jake's phone buzzed during Lily's school pickup. An unknown number. Mr. Harlan, this is Elena from Boss Tech. Mr. Boss would like to invite you for coffee. He saw something in you the other night, potential. Discreetly, of course. Jake's brow furrowed. Potential. He was a grease monkey, not a mogul. But curiosity, and a dad's instinct to seize opportunities, won out. They met at a quiet cafe in the Gold Coast, Alex in jeans and a cashmere sweater, worlds away from the suit. No entourage, just 2 mugs of black coffee. I overstepped, Alex began, stirring sugar with surgical precision. But your story with your daughter, it hit home. My father was like you, worked his fingers raw for a family that slipped away. I built Boss Tech to honor that, but somewhere, I lost the human part. Jake shifted, Lily's crayon drawing peeking from his pocket, a lopsided rocket ship. Appreciate the save, man. But why me? You could have picked any table. Alex leaned forward, eyes like polished steel. Because you didn't fold. You laughed through the panic, shared real pieces of yourself. That's rarer than venture capital. Ever thought about more than repairs? Green tech's booming, electric vehicle conversions. Your shop could pivot. It wasn't pity, it was a proposition. Alex outlined a partnership. Boss Tech funding for Jake's garage to specialize in EV retrofits, training included. Equity stake, not handout. Start small. Prove it. For Lily, Jake's mind raced. Nights hunched over engines, dreaming of stability, nights that could become paychecks for braces, college funds. What's the catch? None. Just pay it forward. That night, you reminded me why I started this. Build something bigger than yourself. Over the next months, Jake dove in. The garage transformed. Solar panels on the roof, diagnostic bays humming with hybrid tech. Mia became a fixture, first as cheerleader, then partner, her illustrations adorning the shop's walls with whimsical EV cartoons. Their first real date, a picnic in Millennium Park, no budgets, just falafel and fireworks. Lily adored her, Auntie Mia, who sketched stars into bedtime stories. Alex watched from afar, mentoring via late-night calls, his own life softening. He volunteered at a youth coding camp, trading boardrooms for sticky-fingered kids. One evening, as Jake's shop hosted its grand reopening, ribbon cut by a beaming Lily in a tiny hard hat, Alex arrived, unannounced, with a gift, a custom electric bike for Lily, helmet emblazoned with her favorite constellation. You didn't have to, Jake said, clapping his shoulder. Neither did you, Alex replied, but you showed up anyway. That's the real investment. As dusk fell over the city, laughter spilling from the open bay doors, Jake pulled Mia close. The wind whispered promises, of tomorrows without ledgers, of love rebuilt from $50 scraps. In the glow of string lights, with a millionaire's quiet nod from the shadows, Jake Harlan realized, sometimes, the table next door holds not just a stranger, but the key to everything.